Good morning to all of you. Today we will be doing characteristics of management. There are 7 characteristics of management as you can see in this module. The first is management is goal oriented process. The second, management is all pervasive. Third, management is multi-dimensional. Management is complex activity and 3 dimensions it will have. Fourth, management is a continuous process. Fifth, management is a group activity. Sixth, management is dynamic function. Seventh, management is intangible force. So here you can see that there are 7 characteristics of management. All this while you have known what management is all about. You have known the definition of management, and in the definition of the management you have done the elements of management. The 3 elements you have done. Now let us know that what are the characteristics of management. Now you must be imagining what is management all about, because it's a new concept to you all. Let us first know what is management all about. So the first one, management is a goal-oriented process. This means that management aims to achieve a certain goal. Every organization exists to achieve a certain goal. The goals should be simple, clearly stated. For example, the management goal of an organization, profit making especially, can be target production, target profit, etc. However, the goal of a non-profit organization can be to provide service to the individuals or a different set of individuals. Management integrates the effort of all members towards achieving the objectives. There are 2 examples given in this paragraph. You must go through the examples. One is regarding a profit-making organization, that is a retail store. Another is a Spastic Society of India, which is a non-profit making organization. So both are having different goals, but we cannot have management without a goal. It has to have a goal. So this is the first characteristics of management. The second thing that we are having about management is all pervasive. Pervasive means it is a universal concept. It is essential to all organizations, whether big or small, business or non-business. Activities involved in managing an enterprise are common to all organizations, whether economic, social or political. That is to say, wherever you have organizations, you are having management. That is, you cannot deny management in an organization, whether it is economic, social or political kind of organization. The next thing that we are having is management is multi-dimensional. Now this is pretty big to understand. It is a very big thing. As you can see, there are 3 parts into this particular feature of management. We say management is multi-dimensional. What does multi-dimensional mean? What are the things the manager has to deal with? The manager has to deal with the work, the people and operations. That is to say, all management people need to work. So what is management of work? Now, already told that every organization has to have one set of objectives. That is, in simple terms, it should have a certain work to be performed. For every work, like a school provides what to you? It provides education. Factory provides goods, or hospital treats patient. So in the three examples, you know that what is the work of the school, what is the work of the factory, and what is the work of the hospital. Management aims to ensure that this work is performed effectively and efficiently. And for this work, how to collect the resources so that the work can be done efficiently and effectively. So the first thing is in management as multidimensional is management of work, knowing what work to be done and how to collect the resources for this work. The second thing in multidimensional is management of people. Can an organization work without the people? No, it cannot. We need people for work. Now, people are not machines. They are not alike. They are different from each other. Each individual differs from the other, having diverse needs of employees. So, management of people has two dimensions. The first one is dealing with diverse needs of employees as individuals. You all are different from each other, is it not? You all have different diverse needs. When you come to an organization, though, you want to fulfill one need, that is education, but there can be diverse needs when you have joined your standard 11. Maybe you have come with your friends. So that was your need to be with your friends. Likewise, the employees have different kinds of needs. Some come for self-esteem, some for salary, some for work experience. So the management has to look into the diverse needs of the employees. Apart from this, there is another thing that has to be looked into. We cannot take individuals' needs into consideration alone. We have to see to it that individual needs are fulfilled along with group needs. That is, the group of people, the aim is to achieve the goal of the organization. So the management will look into the individual needs, number one, and also individuals in the group, how they can give the result or the goal oriented work for the organization. Next, C is management of operations. In order to survive in growth, and every organization needs to produce goods and services. You have already done management of work, where we have talked about management talking about what work to do and how to collect the resources. And also the second one, management of people. People need to be addressed as individuals and also as group of people for achieving the goals. Now, what this work will give an output? What will be the output of these looking into the diverse needs? It is finally operations are done for achieving or producing goods and services. So this requires a production process in which inputs are converted into desired output. Management of operation thus combines management of work as well as people to produce goods or services. I hope the third thing is clear to you all. The third thing, once again, management of operations means production. We are finally talking about input, that is work, and people converted into output, that is goods and services. Hope this is clear to you all. So now we move to the next characteristics of management, that is management is a continuous process. It is a continuous process. Management continues till the organization continues. All the functions of management, have you known the functions of management till now? I don't think so. So this is the first time you're hearing it. Management functions are mainly 5. One is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So all the functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, are performed by the managers on a continuous basis. One cannot stop after completing planning. One cannot stop after completing organizing. One cannot even stop after completing controlling. That is, again, they have to plan for something else. So it is a continuous process. It is concerned with constantly identifying the problem and making solutions, taking appropriate actions. Next is management is a group activities. Now you know that management is not about managing one individual. Every individual in the organization differs in their needs, as I told you earlier. Each member joins the organization for a different purpose, but as members of the organization, they work together to achieve organizational goal. So, it is a teamwork and it needs coordination. So finally, you know that management is a group activity. It cannot be performed by an individual. It is a teamwork and needs coordination. Next is management is dynamic function. Now when I say dynamic, this word is known to many of you. Dynamic means ready for change or ready for any kind of changes in the environment. The organization is working in an environment, social, economic, and political environment, which is not constant. Your social setup changes, your economic setup changes, your political setup keeps on changing. In order to survive and grow, an organization must change itself. Then only it can survive in the environment. Therefore, we say management is a dynamic function which has to adapt itself to the changing environment. The last thing that we are having is management is an intangible force. Tangible, you know, which you can see, which you can feel, which you can touch. But what is intangible? Which cannot be seen. So, Can you say that management is not visible, so it is not there? No. You can feel the presence of management. When you come to school, can you see everything well organized and the discipline being maintained? And people are working according to the timings of the classes. You have a lunch break, you have a tiffin break. So everything is moving very smoothly. But you cannot see management. So management, though cannot be seen, you can see the managers working for the organization. The presence of management can be felt by the targets that are being achieved, by the employees who are happy, by the orderliness and coordination in the work environment. Therefore, we say management, though is invisible, its presence is felt in the orderliness, happiness of the employees. So this is what is the characteristics of management that you have to learn. First of all, you should know the characteristics of management by the subheadings. Learn them, by heart them, and thereafter you should look into the contents of each and every characteristics. I hope it is clear to all of you. Bye-bye.